I did not think I would be finishing 8th grade and becoming a dad at the same time.
Unexpected, yet another TLC show trying to normalize things that should never be normalized finds itself in the news again, and this season particularly, Bella and Hunter have been the focus because they started dating when Hunter was 10 and Bella was 12 and had their first child when Bella was 15 and Hunter was 13. There have been some questions. Where are the parents? Why isn't anyone doing anything? Well, one of the parents who was actually villainized on the show is doing something, and the question of, did mom kind of encourage this? She has another daughter in a very similar situation. Well, after Monday's episode in this clip, I don't know how much question anyone can really have about that at this point.
You're flying.
Yeah.
You don't even make it like 2 days, and then you're trying to hunt me, so.
You're like a rabbit. Hunter's gonna shower
Yeah.
with you? Okay.
My parents definitely know what we do behind closed doors. Stacy does too.
If you haven't been watching this, let me catch you up on the lore, and I hope you haven't been watching this. I can give you a little recap if you want, but at the end of the day, you could probably get a Psych 101 book and read through that, and you'd be pretty caught up. But Hunter and Bella have a lot of controversy around them for obvious reasons. They shouldn't have even been featured on this show. But when you go in and you see Mom's behavior, who was the blonde lady in the clip, it's raised a lot of questions more than once as to whether Mom encouraged this. She has another daughter in a very similar position with just a few years difference, and then clips like that come out. They've raised a lot of questions from people about why is no one doing anything? Why is no one stepping up? Well, Hunter's dad has. He was not given a favorable edit on the show, but has come out to kind of contradict a lot of what's been said and has court paperwork to prove it. Hunter's dad was given the bad father edit, saying that he was never around, kind of alleging that he had never been around, he chose his new family, this sort of thing. But there's one moment where Hunter calls his dad saying, oh, we were supposed to meet up. And the dad does sound kind of confused, but he's like, oh no, well, we're doing the cookout. It turns out now the dad is alleging that they already knew that he was not coming and he was not going to be picking anyone up because he had such a problem with everything that was going on, and he did not want to be filmed for this show because he did not approve of anything. A statement that is backed up by paperwork filed in April 2025, wherein he is trying to get full custody of his son. He has joint custody now because of everything going on in the house. Paperwork also suggests that far from being absent, Hunter was actually living with his father for a time, and all of this stuff started happening when he went to live with his mom, who lived across the street from Bella and her mom. It also suggests that the kids were basically living together or allowed to spend the night together, which we had heard something about that, also hotel rooms, this sort of thing, long before she ended up in the situation, or they ended up in the situation that they were in. Hunter's dad and stepmom, in their own words, have thrown thousands of dollars at this, and they will throw thousands more because it's just not right to get 50-50 custody, which they did, of Hunter. That doesn't apply to the child or anything like that, obviously. And Hunter is no longer allowed to have anyone stay the night or stay the night at any romantic partner's house because it's inappropriate. Now, court orders, they're as good as the people enforcing them, let's be real, and we've seen how Bella's mom operates, clearly.
So she thought I was joking when I told her that after you have the baby and they say you gotta wait 6 weeks, blah, 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 and I'm like, you might make it a week. And then this morning she was like, you weren't lying, Mom. Like, I'm ready to have sex now. I miss it. They do have protection, but I can't be in there to be like, make sure it's on, you know? So be smart.
But that's not the end of the story. That is ongoing. So Hunter is in a custody situation with his parents, 50% with one, 50% with the other. However, Bella and her mom, who are very outspoken online, you know how a lot of like these TLC people are, they do their season and they're like TLC star, and then it kind of winds down really fast after that, saying that they are moving. They've sold their house, so that kind of takes care of that, and that Hunter will not be going with them because he has to stay where he is. As of right now, they post and are still together, but with all of the changes coming, they feel very confident they'll be able to handle that in the future, but separating them so that there's not another...
The one thing that would cause me to lose my mind and really get pissed off would be if there's another kid that pops up before these two get out of high school and get their life started.
Well, that might be the best thing, but you also have to contextualize the entire situation and that sweet little precious baby is just caught in the middle of all of this mayhem. I hope they figure that out, and I will see you at the next one.